Sagittarius, welcome to June 2018. I am at the beach and I'm going to try to start doing all of my readings on the beach from here on out. So let me know if you can hear me well and if you can see me and the cards well, or if you have any suggestions for future posts. It's been raining like crazy, so I'm so thankful that we actually have a pause in the rain for a little bit so I can finish the rest of these readings before June begins. Okay, so today started off a little wonky. We drove all the way to the beach. I mean, it's only like 25 minutes to get to the beach from where we are. Drove all the way out here, got everything set up, and then I realized I forgot my cards. I forgot my tarot cards. So my husband stayed here, but I had to drive all the way back, get my cards, come all the way back here, and now here I am. And I kind of feel like that's the vibe for you this month. I feel like there's a redoing, or like I think I mentioned this in one of my Instagram posts recently, like taking one step forward and then 2 steps back kind of vibe this month. It may feel like that, where you feel like you're making progress and all of a sudden it's like you have to backtrack a little bit and then you can continue on your path. But it's not like we're stopping. It's just, minor annoying setbacks and then we're back on track. So that's just something psychically that I'm kind of picking up the vibe of, because usually when I do readings, I kind of get into the vibe of the sign before I do the reading, so I take that as a message also, and I feel like that's something to prepare yourself for the month of June. Okay, so I want to get into your reading. So we have the Ace of Wands. We have the Hermit in reverse. We have the Death card. And we have the Hierophant in reverse. So right off the bat, I'm just going to talk about the full moon in Sagittarius really quickly. I had done a live video on Instagram. If you're not following me, definitely start following me. It's Arcana Rising. I am changing my name from the Creative Gypsy to Arcana Rising, ARCANA Rising. So you can find me on Instagram under that name. But yeah, so I had done a live reading the other day about the Sagittarius full moon in the sign of Gemini, and for me personally, I felt like it was about releasing, but through action. Like actively doing something in your life but putting the focus towards what it is that you want in your life, while also releasing something that you don't want in your life. And I kind of feel like that's what this is kind of talking about right off the bat here. It's giving you an opportunity for movement in your life, for shifting something significant in your life. Wands is about passion, about power, about manifesting, about movement, action. And the Ace is just the card of opportunity. So something may be offered to you this month to get you moving again. If you've been feeling stagnant lately, this card is indicating that this month is about moving. And it may not be physically moving. I mean, it could be moving locations, but it could also just be about energetically moving something within yourself to propel you forward towards what it is you're trying to achieve in your life. So, an opportunity for action, but then we have the Hermit in reverse. So I feel like we have this opportunity for shifting, but then we're getting into our mind a little bit too much, which also makes sense because we are in the sign of Gemini. Gemini's all about the mind, communication, just thoughts, and just the mind in general. The air sign, you know. So the Hermit goes inwards to, you know, really think about things. I mean, the Hermit is the Virgo sign, and you know, both Virgo and Gemini are both ruled by Mercury, which is all about communication and all about the mind. But it's a different kind of energy. One's earth, one's air. Anyway, so the Hermit goes inwards to discover things within. You know, it's about gaining wisdom through going inwards and discovering things about yourself. And that's what the Hermit's all about. But when it's in reverse, it's like you've been in this internalized or introverted state for so long, and in your head for so long, that it's getting to the point where you're just mulling over the same things over and over again, to the point where like you're gonna make yourself crazy. You know what I mean? It's like maybe there's an opportunity to release yourself from this cycle of being stuck in the mind, being, you know, way over analyzing certain situations in your life that you can control through your thoughts. I mean, you can to a certain extent, you know, through the law of attraction and, you know, getting yourself aligned with certain things. But when you obsess over something, all it does is just totally throw you off of what it is you're trying to, like what your purpose is in life. You know what I mean? It's like a distraction from where you're trying to go. So this is an opportunity to release that distraction of being stuck in that mind obsessive cycle. And if it's whatever it is that you're obsessing about, it almost seems like when you look at these two together, we have the Death card. He's holding a sword here. And if you look at the Ace of Wands, I know that it's a wand, but seeing these two together, it almost looks like the universe is presenting you with an opportunity. Here's a sword to cut the cord in something in your life, to, you know, create an ending, and it's in between these two. So it's kind of like we're breaking free of this obsessive mindset that's stopping us from moving forward in life. So we're in the cycle of the Sagittarius full moon of releasing through action. So we're actively releasing this obsessive mindset by cutting the cord in some other area of our life. And I feel like it has to do with the Hierophant. And I feel like it's like, who do you put on a pedestal? Who in your life are you putting above yourself, or thinking that they are better than you? Or, you know, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. It's kind of like killing your God in a way, or like killing your hero in a sense, so that you can, you know, so that you can put yourself in that position and know that you are capable of being those things that you idolize about, you know, your hero or your God or whatever. You know, I don't really want to say God, but because I know that might trigger some people, so I'll just say like your hero. So like whoever in your life you have been putting above yourself, we are cutting the cord to that energy of feeling less than. You know what I mean? So that's really what I feel like it's all about. It's like, maybe there's something in your life that you have been really overanalyzing because it's something that you want to achieve for yourself, but there's a fear there of feeling like, but I need this. At first I need to get these things, I need to get these certifications, or like, you know, first I need to do this or that or the other thing, and like trying to plan it all out in your mind and putting and mentally like putting all these roadblocks in front of yourself because you feel like you need all these other things that you need to achieve before you can be this version of yourself that you are striving to be. But it's kind of saying like you need to be this now in order to, you know, break free of this cycle of mental distraction, of you know, these beliefs of you know, the worthiness level, you know what I mean, is not as high as it needs, is not as strong as it needs to be. So killing your hero is kind of what I feel like it's all about, for the purpose of bringing yourself back to this balanced state of, you know, combining the spiritual with the physical. So like when you get into this obsessive mindset of feeling less than, or you are in this state of like putting somebody above yourself, whether it's some, you know, a celebrity or someone that you personally know in your life, it creates this separation of, you know, spirit and, you know, who you are in the world, like your ego. You know, your ego is taking over and being like, you know, imposing these fears on you so that you can't, you know, fully be the person that you want to be. You know what I mean? So by breaking free of this cycle, by, you know, dismantling this ideology that you have, either of yourself or of like the, you know, the perfect version of who you want to be, you can combine your spiritual and ego self and be okay with who you are now. Like, you know, like combining the spiritual and the ego, accepting who you are right now, and then presenting that to the world instead of feeling like you need to do all these other things first before you can be that whole version of you, if that makes sense. So killing this, you know, this version of yourself that you feel like you're never going to be able to attain is kind of what the vibe of this month is all about, Sagittarius. And how do you do that? How do you do that is you start shifting things in your life. You need to do something in your life that gets you out of your head. You need to do something that scares you, honestly. Like, what is it that freaks you out the most about being the person that you want to be, being the best version of yourself that you feel is unattainable? Like, what about that scares you? So finding something that you can do and just do it, that will break that cycle of like all the self-doubt, all the self-worth issues, you know, all of that. And then it'll be like, holy shit, like that really was not as scary as like I've been thinking that it's going to be. I really am actually capable of being, you know, this person that I see for myself, that I know that I am, you know. And then it just brings you a little bit closer to this complete version of you, or this whole version of you. And it's small steps, and you may find yourself, like I said earlier in the video, you may find yourself stumbling and like taking 2 steps back, being like, crap, I forgot something and I gotta go back and get it, and then keep going. And that's fine. Do it. Go back and get it, and and then still show up. Don't be like, ah, fuck it, like, I forgot that thing, I'm not doing it now, I'm done, I quit. Don't do that. Just get what it is that you need to support yourself to continue forward and continue forward. You know what I mean, Sag? So I hope that makes sense for you for June. And I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck here as well. We have the Six of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, reverse, Eight of Cups, reverse, Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Wheel in reverse, and the Emperor. So all those cards that I just presented to you just now, I'm going to go into them in more depth in a separate video, what I'm calling extended readings. And you can actually access them by going to my new website. It's Colleen Faris, it's my first and last name.com. You just go to the shop, and I'm going to have it for super cheap. It's going to be like, I think it's like $1.99. So if you want a more detailed version of what you can expect for this month, if you feel like this reading this month resonated with you and you want some more insight into it, you can go and purchase that for $2. Super cheap. And also I changed my prices for my personal readings as well. So it's pick whatever price that you want. I'm just asking not to make it lower, any less than $5, because, you know, I am running a business. I am paying for my website, and I'm getting charged fees for credit card processing and all that fun crap. So, you know, nothing less than $5, please. But other than that, you can pay whatever you want for a personal reading, and I will be more than happy to provide that for you. Whether it's through, you know, like a Skype kind of video chat, or a pre-recorded video like what you're seeing on YouTube, but it'll be private for you. Or I can even type it out as an interpretation if you prefer to read it instead. So those options are available all on my new website. And I really hope that you enjoyed this. I really hope that you're enjoying the beach vibes that I'm able to provide for you. And that's all, Sag. I hope you have a wonderful summer, a wonderful June, and I will see you in July. Step into the person that you're meant to be. Step into, like, kill your hero and be that person. You know, take their place. Okay? I mean, don't really kill someone. That's not what I mean. I mean metaphorically. I can't believe I even have to say that, but yeah. So, have a wonderful summer. I'll see you next month. Take care.